And bang.
This some Prevo shit, huh? Lyrically immortal beast, redesign artistically. Ha, L-I-B-R-A. I just wanna get fly with you, so fly, so fly. Really just tryna get high with you, so high, so high. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon. I just wanna get fly with you, with you, with you. Really just tryna get high with you, with you, with you. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon. Footsteps on the big clouds, and we here now, ain't coming down. Cause I hear the sound of the lighter flick, sparking big clips. Took a big rip with a thick bitch, and she fine too. About 5'2", doing something smooth, we can vibe too. Match my energy and you can slide through. I like different flavors, let me try you. I just need a taste of what you're really giving. Don't fight the temptation, baby, release and give in. Long as you stay loyal, we both gonna end up winning. And there was no question, I know you was down to ride by my side. Unique as a rose, for the ashes I rose. Straight from the gutter, I grew up in nose. When I made it out, I couldn't believe it. Look at the beauty outside of the streets. Mama just texted me, told me she proud of me. Your son doing better, my demon just danced with me. I'll never end up another Yumla casualty. Value the life and energy surrounding me. But still, I just wanna get fly with you. So fly, so fly. Really just tryna get high with you. So high, so high. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon. I just wanna get fly with you, with you, with you. Really just tryna get high with you, with you, with you. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon. We can be like Eric and Donna from the 70s show. Maybe Monica and Chandler, keep it on the low. Ross and Rachel, fucker, we let everybody know. Millhouse and Lisa type shit, give us time to grow. Like the seeds that were planted right under the snow, give them 6 months. Ordinary the glow from the sunshine. Greatness takes time. One conversation, it should be mine. Trying to have an answer, me not take from me, cause I'm whole already. But I'm also kind of damaged, I got hoes already. Still a fly young king, so the hoes already. Melody, sand wavy in the flow, with steady newbie swag with a little bit of mom spaghetti. There is a kind of lyrical, no, it's not a subliminal. Went from pissy elevators to smoking my swimming pools, and I made it out. Yeah, I struggle from time to time, but I'm happy now. Obstacles coming in, I see them, but I ain't backing down. Old homies that hated on me, still coming back around. But I'm cool with it, cause we fly like paper, get high like planes. Sitting here laughing at all y'all lanes. I'm a beast unleashed, I can't be tamed. But you won't ever forget my name. L-I-B-R-A. I just wanna get fly with you. So fly, so fly. Really just tryna get high with you. So high, so high. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon. I just wanna get fly with you, with you, with you. Really just tryna get high with you, with you, with you. They can't understand why we do everything, everywhere, every day. We walk on the moon.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
We're back. 4. That was divided. Season 5, episode 27, March Madness edition. That's the intro today.
Yeah.
It was honestly fitting after 14 days off.
Yeah, and unintentional, as far as I know, 14 days off. Like, we're like, oh, we'll just do it. We'll just do the podcast on, I think it was 10 days ago, like on a weekend.
And then I had to go down to Detroit.
Then you had to go down to Detroit. And then, I mean, it timed up with the release of Gran Turismo 7. Yeah. So I'm not mad about it.
And there was just really no reason to do a show last week.
Not really. Not with March Madness coming up.
There really wasn't.
We could have done the NFL preview that what was it? My internet or my power that shit out? I think it was my power
that just
that died. And I waited for it to come back on for all like 10 minutes and said, fuck this, I'm taking a nap.
That's what I did.
I mean, I don't think it didn't come back on for hours. I don't even know what the issue was. It's like the whole town wasn't out of power, so I don't know what the fuck was going on. Maybe somebody was doing some work somewhere.
So, to keep this show brief, we are going to do a very abbreviated Stupid People Say Stupid Things. We are not going to do the news this week.
No, even though there was news, but we'll touch on that next week.
Next week will be a catch-up show for the news. We will do our March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we know we're gonna be wrong.
And then that's the show.
Yeah, I know, pretty much. Like, there's no reason to do any sort of big segment in the middle. You just catch up on the news, because there's a lot of it. And see how wrong we were.
Yeah. So, Jordan, you want to start with Stupid People Say Stupid Things, or?
No, because I'm trying to see if I have any. I don't know if I have any more.
Okay.
Oh, there's a second one. Okay.
I gotta go dig one up.
Why is this still in my stupid people folder?
Here, I'll start us off.
Okay. I think I got them. But it has been 2 weeks, so I'm scrolling back a little bit.
Yep, fair enough. I actually have all mine ready.
Okay. Well, then
this one was
go
submitted
right
to
ahead.
me after the race in Fontana a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
By Ash.
Good race. Good race.
Bubba Wallace's spotter. Freddie Kraft.
Oh, God. I was say, yeah, I knew it was a name that I knew. Yeah, I know who Freddie Kraft is.
I just
wait. I actually might know what this is. I think I might have, depending on what this is, I might have seen this.
Made a comment about how there was an issue with cars spinning at Fontana.
Oh no, he said something much more dumb, but I don't remember what it was.
There was some more along to it. Let's see.
I don't think it had anything to do with NASCAR. I think it was more politics, and he was so completely wrong. I don't remember what the post was about, though.
Because this is something about that Denny Hamlin tweeted about said race, the Xfinity race.
Xfinity race?
Yeah, about how cars were spinning out.
Huh, okay.
Because, well, guess what happened to California? No one had driven there in 2 years.
Yeah, they put some sort of traction compound down, but it didn't really seem to help with any of the cars. Obviously, the next-gen cars are very prone to spinning by themselves because they're harder to drive, but, and the Xfinity and the Truck Series last few years have been wreckfest just about every race, so spins galore.
Yeah. That's not really the stupid person.
Okay.
This individual
oh no.
who writes for Essentially Sports, which I had never heard of until I saw this article was sent to me by Ash on some afternoon, some more day.
Did you say Essentially Sports?
Yes.
Okay.
The person who wrote this article, who I can't even find the name of. Oh, I found it. Drew George.
Druv.
Well, it's spelled DHRUV. George.
That's Drew?
I don't know. DHRUV. George.
I'm gonna go with Drew.
Drew? Yeah, Drew.
If anything else, because that's funnier than Drew.
Yeah, fair enough. Wrote an entire article about how NASCAR has to fix what happened at Fontana.
Why? Like, what? Did he explain why?
No, just said it looked bad for the sport.
Oh, shut up.
That is literally what it comes down to. Is this
Come
looked bad
on.
for the sport?
Why? Looks great for the sport. You want what we've had the last few years? Remember I told you? I know this. This was what in more response to the Xfinity race, right?
Yeah.
But I did tell you that with the next gen car, the Gen 7, whatever we're calling it now, it's not really next gen, it's current gen now. That Kevin Harvick, when he spun in, I believe, practice, was the first time that he spun on his own since, I believe, 2006. And yes, he had wrecked on his own. He binned it in a wall at turn 1 at the Roval, and he's had some other incidents. But I'm talking like just straight up spins. First time since 2006. That's not good. I mean, it's good that he's spinning. It's not good that he didn't spin for a million years.
Yeah. And here is an actual quote from the article. I was getting to this. Obviously, this kind of situation is unacceptable and needs to be fixed. Hopefully, NASCAR will sort out this issue very soon.
What?
Yeah.
What? No. Make him spin more, for all I care.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah. So, have NASCAR sort out the fact that cars spun. First off, at a track they hadn't driven at in 2 years. No, 3 years. I'm sorry, because they weren't there in 2020. They weren't there in 2021.
No. Yeah, it had been a long time.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't know if anything raced there. So
Probably
there ain't rubber anywhere.
Moving on to my 2. And this first one here is going to be a 2-for-1.
Never a good sign.
No. It's 2 separate people, though, and not one person doubling down.
Oh, that's good.
So it was announced that Tampa Bay Pro Bowl left guard, Ali Marpet, retired at the age of 28. He spent all 7 seasons of his career with Tampa, and he left the game on his own terms. Good for him.
Okay. Oh, yes, always a good thing.
Won a Super Bowl. Very good player. This man on Twitter, who goes by NFL Expert, tweets this.
Oh, no.
He was still under contract. He should be forced to ply until his contract ends.
Fuck off.
And then it gets better. A man on Twitter who goes by Jets Grinch replies with, I agree. Let's set the precedent that both sides must live up to their contracts until they've run their course.
Like Red Wings fans when Pavel Datsyuk retired and he was still under contract. He should be forced to play throughout the rest. Calvin Johnson. I mean, actually, Lions fans do sort of do that because Calvin was asking for his money back that the Lions made him pay back because he didn't finish the deal.
Yeah, just
I don't know.
That's a stupid person of the year candidate. And then my final one. This was Pro Football Talk drumming up some more drama about Evan McPherson, and funny enough, picture of Evan McPherson they used for their article looked like they took a rendering out of Madden.
Let's be at no. It probably, if it was out of Madden, it'd look nothing like Evan McPherson.
Fair point.
I mean, you think they take time to model kickers correctly?
Probably not.
Not really.
So, first off, Pro Football Talk saying Evan McPherson being spotted not in the locker room at the Super Bowl halftime being a sore subject. That's a lie. No,
I just can't.
The
I just
Bengals
can't believe
organization's not upset because Evan McPherson wasn't the only one out there. The long snapper was also out there.
And it's like any one of them, like punter, long snapper, kicker. What do they need to be in the locker room at halftime for? Oh, they need to be with their team. No, what? What does it matter? You can't. What halftime adjustments are you gonna make with your kicker?
I can say
was
from
doing
experience.
He's doing pretty damn well as it was.
I can say from experience and being both in every locker room, in every football locker room I have been in. No, I've not been in an NFL locker room. The kicker doesn't need to be there.
No.
He literally doesn't. So let's continue.
Kicking, what Ash said, kicking more to the left would be a downgrade for Evan McPherson. All of his kicks are right down the damn middle.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Literally.
Some individual said, "Why does he need to be in the why does he need to be in the locker room at halftime?" Bill Dog comes in and says,
"I'm sorry. Did you say Bill Dog or Bulldog?"
Bill Dog.
Oh no.
Spelled with 2 G's.
Oh no, of course.
Bad teammate. Didn't want to be there. It showed.
Oh, come on.
It gets better because he doubled down.
Oh, God.
He replies to someone else. Dylan, that is an even bigger issue. Makes you think if he even likes football. He clearly hates his teammates and it shows.
Yeah, he hates his teammates so much. He was damn near their playoff MVP.
Gets better. Because he triples down again.
Ah.
He triples down. Because someone else pointed out... Someone else pointed out or said, well, none of his teammates have said anything bad about him. Bill triples down and says, because he's a scared little kicker. He avoids them during half times and doesn't share his snacks with them instead of verbally telling them he doesn't like them. Dumbass.
Doesn't share his snacks.
And
what is this?
The fourth one from Bill.
No!
Yep.
Again?
Yep. Open your eyes, people. Read the room. Are you pretending to be this dumb on purpose? He avoids his teammates whenever he possibly can. He hates them. He doesn't like the game of football. He kicks football so he doesn't cry. I hope he finds peace.
Oh. What the fuck?
Like, and Bill this guy at the end. This guy may very well be a troll. I am gonna say one thing.
I don't know, man.
Bill is an Indiana Pacers fan, so his life is probably fucking miserable.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, let's do a quick check on the Pacers.
Doing better than the Pistons.
That's not an achievement. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, I say they're doing better than the Pistons. I mean, we at least got Cade Cunningham. So.
The only thing the Pacers have on the Pistons is they're not eliminated from playoff contention yet, mathematically.
I give it a week.
They are eliminated. They're
just not mathematically eliminated.
10 games behind a spot.
Are the Pistons even technically eliminated from playoff contention yet?
Yes.
Nah.
I think as of yesterday. Yeah, at least the Pistons have something.
Yeah, we at least have, like, a future star. Honestly, a current star.
The Pacers have literally nothing, so it's possible he might not be a troll. He's just, as a Pacers fan, and not just a Pacers fan, as an Indiana sports fan, he's probably just so emotionally hurt because the Indiana Hoosiers fucking suck.
Hey, they did make the tournament.
As a playing, well, they won their playing game too.
They won their playing game.
The Colts collapsed comically and lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Colts might turn into a dumpster fire here if they're not careful.
Yeah.
They could be. I don't know what they're doing.
Indiana doesn't have a hockey team.
No, they don't.
They don't have a baseball team.
Not a major league team.
Yeah. And, well, the Pacers suck.
Indiana's hot right now, though. Is that the Hoosiers or the Pacers? I mean, the Hoosiers did have that disgusting 17-point comeback against Michigan.
I don't want to talk about that game. I lost money on that game.
That was a rough time.
So, Jordan, what do you got for stupid people say stupid things so we can move on? From Bill Dog and his...
Jesus.
I hope he finds peace.
Can we just appreciate for the minute that the Lakers are shit? Trust me. At least I am. I don't know about Austin because, he's a LeBron guy, but...
I mean, it was going to happen at some point.
I mean...
When you get that many people who are just old.
Literally, they formed a fucking old folks home as an NBA roster.
Yeah. In a very expensive old folks home.
And Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Who I guess is old now. Anthony Davis acts like he's old because he's always fucking hurt. Anyway, I will start with the least dumb, which is saying something because this is still pretty dumb. Start out. I'm sure you remember the nightmare that happened to the Detroit Red Wings last week when they played the Arizona Coyotes.
I do because I lost money on that game also.
I don't remember what the final score was. I do remember that the Coyotes scored 9.
I think it was 9-2.
That sounds about right. I don't know what the fuck happened. 9-2. Okay. Started Nedeljkovic, took him out after he allowed 4. Put in Thomas Greiss. He was even worse. His save percentage was even worse. Put Nedeljkovic back in. And then he allowed more goals. It was a disaster. But that's not the reason I bring this game up. It was just for context. Phil Kessel.
Oh, no.
Only played 30 seconds in that game last night. Or in that 9-2 fucking slaughter. For a good reason. One, he was trying to keep his consecutive game streak alive. Can't blame him for that. And I believe he was flying back home for the birth of a child. So fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you extend your consecutive game streak, baby on the way, good stuff. Kobe's Corner over here on the fine world of Twitter says, if I was an NHL player, I would be going for the biggest hit I could on him next game. Whoa. Why? What about that is so shitty? Like, that's not a bad thing. Why is this a big deal? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Has that broken you?
Phil Kessel didn't even contribute in the 28 seconds he was on the ice.
Nope.
He literally just stood there.
But I believe that's what this guy has a problem with. That he only did it to keep his streak going, blah, blah, blah. So what? I love the Cookie Monster. Hope he had some hot dogs on the flight back home. Anyway. This last Saturday, we're back to the Xfinity Series race.
Oh, yay.
There was a car, the number 4, for JD Motorsports, driven by Bailey Curry, that was sponsored by the hard rock band Ghost
Yep.
Cool little paint scheme. Has the Out of the Groove logo there for the Eric Estep YouTube channel, which was really interesting. Bizarre partnership, but I guess he's been a fan for a long while. Really cool looking car. I remember back in the day, it was the fucking, what was it? Richmond Night Race. What did they do? I think it was the Pontiac Excitement 400, when they would do like a whole bunch of cars would come out with like schemes of like music artists and everything. The coolest fucking thing. So it was kind of cool to see that kind of make a comeback. I mean, fuck, we see Dolly Parton on a car in recent memory, which was interesting. But Born Stellar 117 Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Yes, that indeed was it. I was thinking like a Chevy sponsored race, but I couldn't remember what the race was called. But anyway, Born Stellar 117 says.
Excuse me, what?
Born Stellar 117
Okay. Continue.
says, really disappointed. Ghost is too demonic and overall lyrically negative. I don't know how you can pray before a race, but then let Ghost sponsor a car. Literally everything they sing about is against what you pray for prior to the race. They want death and destruction. I don't even think this guy's a boomer. Like, I don't even think he's that old. I mean, with a name like Born Stellar,
Take off the weed.
I mean, you can't be an old fuck, can you? Oh, Austin's broken again.
No comment.
Just wait till the third one.
No comment. Let's move on, please.
Even though you have already heard about this one, but being reminded of it again, it's going to be a bad time. So this is something that, in a way, that I'm sure we're going to cover in the news next week, and that is the year-long suspension of Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley for gambling on football games. Says he only gambled $1,500, and it's important to note he wasn't with the team at the time. He wasn't playing in the game.
He was not.
Calvin is not the stupid person saying a stupid thing, although he did do that.
That was not.
I mean,
that did not help his case of I ain't got a problem. It was only $1,500.
Well, and then so this
that
tweet
did not help his case.
The reply that's going to make this segment is on a tweet that says, "I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year, LOL." Which, I mean, objectively, you can agree with, but like, there's been precedent for this shit, man. Like, you know you ain't supposed to be doing it. The amount doesn't matter. The fact that you did it.
So
now,
real quick, and I mean this. We'll talk more about this next week. I do not agree with the suspension, but there's a reason for it.
I agree with the suspension, but not the length. The length is.
I mean, I don't agree with the rule. I don't like the rule, but there's a reason for the rule. And
yeah. So, like, I get it.
Yeah.
That this precedence existed. You do this. This is the punishment.
Yeah.
And it is not consistent with other punishments that are handed down from the NFL.
Nope.
I mean, we've seen people like beat their wives and get 3 games. Like, it's very strange. I think the NFL has a test to look at, kind of like the scale of these punishments, but that's not what we're getting at. So yes, Calvin Ridley tweets, "I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year, LOL." And for the second time that I've mentioned him, Austin, you've mentioned this guy at least once before. That is Nick Adams.
A few times.
Of Turning Point USA.
He was my stupid person of the year.
I don't know if Nick Adams knows that Calvin Ridley's black, otherwise I don't think he'd be sticking up for him.
Oh no.
Because Nick Adams chimes in and just says, "You did nothing wrong." And the funniest part about this is that the Barry McCockiner account to Nick Adams and said, if Nick Adams says you did nothing wrong, then you definitely did something wrong.
You definitely fucked up. Nick Adams, the dude who says Tim Tebow is being blackballed from the league.
Oh, yeah.
Made Stupid Person of the Year last year for me.
Yeah,
Realistically,
I mean,
the only award he should ever win is for being stupid.
I mean, I don't think anybody takes it that seriously, but if you're getting ratioed by Barry McCockiner, man, you're down pretty bad there.
You're having a rough time.
Goodness gracious.
Fucking
that
Nick
is
Adams. God damn it.
Can he just go away? Like, can he just delete his Twitter and go to that Donald Trump social media platform, whatever the fuck that is? Truth or Freedom or whatever, Patriot bullshit. I don't know. Can he just go there? So I'm not on there. He can go spew his nonsense to people who care.
An Outkick or whatever it is.
Well, Outkick too. He can't go on OAN anymore because they're getting canceled. Nick Adams, man.
You did nothing wrong. If Nick Adams says you did nothing wrong, you did something wrong.
You did something wrong.
Catastrophically wrong.
Right. So, I think Nick Adams' face honestly has to be added to the Stupid People Say Stupid Things graphic at some point.
That I don't have up right now because I forgot to switch graphic. Oops.
I didn't even notice.
We just rolled into it so quickly.
Well, but there they are. I think his face belongs on there. I don't think I can take anybody off. I mean, Rob Parker, we know he deserves to be there. Colin Cowherd, Tucker Carlson, Stephen A. If anybody, I'd take Stephen A off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, but I think we can fit them all. We can fit them all in there.
Yeah.
I need someone else to make it symmetrical, though.
Yeah, we'll have to find a sixth person.
Oh, man. Well,
alrighty.
Shall we do the damn thing?
It's time for the show.
It's finally here. Tomorrow, one of the best days of the entire fucking year. First Thursday and Friday, the tournament. They rock.
Yeah. Fun fact
I love
about
this stuff. Okay.
4 years ago? 5 something? 5? 4. However many years ago. I can't remember when we started doing this.
Well, this is season 5, so I would assume 5.
5 sounds right. That math does check out. Let me go to Spotify and get the actual year. But, anyhow, this is what started our show.
It was. This was
the very first episode.
The very first real one. Once we had
episode.
Yeah, once we had a name, because we were the podcast with no name for a little bit.
No, it was 4 years ago.
Was it 4? Well, how did we get on season? How did we get on season 5?
Because
I think one season got oddly split or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Alrighty. So what are we gonna do here? So obviously we're doing the first round, and then
we could do everything as long as we can just fly through everything.
I mean, we're only 38 minutes in. We're good. So yeah, I mean, the first round we can break down a little bit more, and then once we get to the second round and after, I guess we'll just kind of fly through our matchups and who we got moving on. Because I mean, they're all not going to be the same. So
yeah. Do we want to start in the West?
What the fuck do I have up? I guess yeah, that's it. That's at the top. I got the app open, so mine just like scrolls in order. So mine goes West, East, South, Midwest.
Okay. So we'll start on the left side of the bracket, go over to the right.
I don't have a left side or a right side, but yeah.
Well, if you actually had a paper bracket in front of you, that's
right. Let me just hit the auto pick button. Those will be my picks.
Oh no.
That'd be a terrible idea.
Oh no. So, Gonzaga, Georgia State. Not a lot to say here, in my opinion. Georgia State, you won whatever conference you play in. Congratulations. You now are having to go play Gonzaga. The spread is probably a lot.
That is something that I wish we could have up right here. That'd be nice.
Let me go see if I can find the spread.
Just open FanDuel or something.
That's what I'm doing.
Just scroll down. Some of the spreads make no sense though. So I've seen some of them.
Gonzaga's a 23.5 point favorite. Give me Gonzaga and everything. Give me Gonzaga at any number.
I don't know if I'd take them to cover. That is a shit ton of points, but luckily that's not what we're doing here.
They did that plenty of times last year in the tournament.
I know.
But we aren't doing that here. You were right.
No, I'd say that would make it a whole hell of a lot more interesting. Pick the first round against the spread. Fuck no, that'd be a disaster.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question as to who we're picking here. I know there are some people that think Gonzaga should be on upset alert. I don't think so.
Like I said, congratulations, Georgia State. You won whatever conference you played in. You now have to go lose by 100 to Gonzaga. Moving on.
I mean, Gonzaga might score 100. I don't think I think they have a chance to cover. I really do. Gonzaga's still really, really good, but I don't think they're as good as they were here. That's my feeling on it.
So we both have Gonzaga.
Correct.
Okay. Number 8, Boise takes on number 16, Memphis. Who you got?
I don't know. Like, wait, what's this? Do you have this? No, I know. Do you have this set up so you can show images from your Discord on screen?
Oh, what?
No, but I bet it's from chat. I bet you could just save them and pop them up there if they're relevant to what we're doing. I'm gonna take Memphis.
I also took Memphis. Memphis shoots a little bit better and they defend a little bit better, and they've played some. I don't know if I want to necessarily say tougher teams, but Boise doesn't really play anybody.
No, not really. And I don't know, these 8-9s. I love picking the 9 seeds in these, and it works out for me more often than not. Memphis is ass for some reason. Well, yes, but Boise is arguably ass as well.
Yeah. UConn at North Michigan. Yeah, that. UConn, New Mexico State. 5-12 matchup here.
If Northern Michigan made the tournament somehow,
as one of the lone Division II teams in all of college basketball.
Yeah.
Like 500 Division I teams.
I feel like when it comes to the tournament, I have a really tough time picking against UConn. 5-12s are always fun too. I don't see a 5-12 upset happening here. I'm gonna take UConn.
I agree. This is one where I don't think there's gonna be a 5-12. Or 5-12 upset.
I'm sure we'll have some,
yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna be one of them.
Yes, you look at some of the stats. Yes, New Mexico State does defend a little marginally worse. They shoot about 3% better, but they're not playing good teams. Give me UConn.
Right. Like what conference are they even in?
Little Sisters of the Poor State Tech Conference.
I was just gonna say Mountain West, but sure, yeah.
Yeah, the Mountain West technically.
I mean, same thing.
Number 4, we have a 4-13. We got Arkansas, Vermont.
Oh man, I want to. I want to pull the trigger on this one. Let me look at what we got going on here.
While you're doing that,
Ah.
I'm just gonna say I am pulling the trigger. Give me Vermont.
Oh, you're going Vermont, eh?
Yep, I'm going Vermont. Vermont shoots significantly better than Arkansas does. Arkansas defends marginally better. Give me the Vermont, whatever they are.
Vermont for Vermontiers. Sure. No, I'm gonna go Arkansas here. I can't. I'm not committed to any of these upsets yet. I'll get to them, but not that one.
Fair enough. That is fair. What do we got next? Number 6, Alabama plays either Rutgers or Notre Dame.
Well, that's right. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we won't know until about 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay. My pick is based on Rutgers advancing.
Fair.
And I can't believe I'm going to do it, but I'm going to take stupid Rutgers. Hey, they were hot. They beat a lot of good teams in the Big Ten.
If Rutgers advances, and this is where I'm going the same way. If Rutgers advances, I think they beat Alabama.
I mean, what? Who did they play? Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I mean, even either way, Bama could be in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's stupid Rutgers. Ugh. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
We got a 3-14 matchup here. We got Texas Tech playing Montana State.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm really liking these stats for Montana State, but they don't play anybody. Fuck. I don't know what to do.
I'm going with Texas Tech here. Montana State has a better true shooting percentage and has a significantly better defensive efficiency stat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even actually know what conference Montana State's in.
I could not tell you.
Montana State Bobcats men's basketball. They are in the Big Sky Conference.
Okay.
They play the teams such as Really? You want to tell me who's in the Big Sky Conference, please?
Does it matter?
Eastern Washington, Idaho State, University of Montana, Montana State, Northern Arizona, Northern Colorado, Portland State, California State University, Sacramento, Southern Utah,
Oh my.
Weber State.
Oh my. Yeah, I can't do it with Montana State. Give me the 3. Give me Texas Tech. Set up that match with stupid Rutgers. Oh no. Oh no.
7-10 matchup. Michigan State
It's
plays
that-
Davidson.
It's that time already.
So I watched Davidson's championship game against Richmond,
Okay.
and Davidson's not good.
No. But you know who's on that team?
Go ahead and say it.
Foster Lawyer.
Yeah.
MSU transfer. Oh man. I've watched Sparty Tailspin this last little bit of the season.
Past month.
And Davidson to Foster Lawyer may drop 30. I don't know. I got it. I have to pick Davidson. I mean, I'm gonna go with him. I mean, that's probably gonna bite me in the butt, because them Izzo boys are gonna be motivated to get that matchup with Duke to potentially end Coach K's career. I'm gonna go Davidson.
I can't go with Davidson after watching just the debacle against Richmond.
You watched MSU?
Yeah.
Hey, I hope Davidson just full court presses them the entire game. MSU clearly doesn't know how to handle it.
I've watched MSU too. I'm going to take Michigan State, and then they're going to get their dick stomped in by Duke.
Izzo in the tourney was different 10 years ago. Since then, they've lost to the likes of like Middle Tennessee.
Let's move on to the aforementioned Duke playing Cal State Fullerton 2-15 matchup. Is there really a lot that has to be said here?
I would love to see Coach K go out losing to a 15 seed.
I would too.
I cannot. I know we barely got in. We'll get to Michigan. They're shit too. I'm gonna go Duke. There's really not much of a question here. That would be an interesting one to know the spread on, because that's got to be huge too.
It's Google. Not Google, but you know what I wanted to say.
I mean, I'm sure you could Google spreads.
Probably. There must be a Friday game. Duke is an 18.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
You have the East up next, right?
I have dark mode on. I can't tell. Yes.
Okay. Baylor, Norfolk State.
I'm rooting for one of these 16 1 upsets. I don't think we're gonna see any though. I mean, what? We've seen one ever.
Yeah.
So.
And the 1 seeds this year are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Baylor's just been good for a long while now. I will take the Baylor Bears.
The 8-9 matchup of North Carolina and Marquette.
Ooh.
So I will normally take 9 seeds in these 8-9 matchups. Normally.
Yeah, I usually would too. I don't think I can.
I can't right now. Can't with this one. Give me North Carolina.
Yeah, just no. Didn't UNC just beat Duke? Did they not?
Not too long ago.
Yeah, like Coach K's final home game.
Yeah, final game of the regular season. So like a week ago, a little over a week ago.
I will. Yeah, give me the Tar Heels. Why not? Oh no. I just realized what's next.
5-12 matchup. St. Mary's plays Indiana.
The fact that these seeds aren't reversed is a wild thing. Indiana been down a little bit lately.
They were not good this year until the final 2 weeks of the season, essentially. Right.
And they won those games similar to the way Michigan did to get in. Oddly enough, IU did beat them. Don't want to talk about that. That was a bad time. There's nothing stat-wise for Indiana that blows me away. So, St. Mary's.
Boy, this one's hard for me.
Oh, you're not going to do it, are you?
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to.
Oh, no.
Indiana is a better defensive team than St. Mary's. Indiana plays real teams.
They do.
Shooting shooting wise, they're both essentially the same. Give me Indiana.
Oof.
But then
Okay.
lose to UCLA.
Well, there's your next pick.
UCLA Akron 4-13 match.
I can't say I can pick Akron with any confidence, and UCLA has that guy that caused so many of us to hate our lives last tournament. A guy by the name of Johnny Juzang.
Yeah.
He ripped the hearts out of just about everybody, and almost took down Gonzaga last year.
Except Ohio State fans. He didn't hurt Ohio State fans because Oral Roberts did that.
Oral Bob was too busy doing that.
Yeah.
I am going to take UCLA and the new Mr. March, Johnny Juzang.
Also UCLA. Obviously. 6-11
Yes.
matchup, Texas, Virginia Tech.
Oh, boy. Big 12 versus ACC?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, boy. This one was hard for me. Virginia Tech, however, right now is hot. Virginia Tech defensively is significantly better. You're looking at about 8 points better. They are shooting about 5% better. They just beat Duke in the ACC championship game. Give me Virginia Tech here.
I'm with you there, actually. I really like Virginia Tech, especially right now. They have been playing really well. Yeah, I mean, Texas is beatable for sure. I mean, Virginia Tech, you look at what is this? The net rankings. I mean, 27 and 17, not that much of a difference.
No.
So I see Texas being beatable. Virginia Tech could get that done.
3-14 Purdue Yale. I don't have a lot to say about this game. I think the Big Ten has a way too many schools in the tournament this year at 9. I think Purdue's the only one that's going to make it past the round of 32. So give me Purdue.
Give me the 14 seed Yale. I have no faith in Purdue. I don't have a lot of faith in the Big Ten, to be honest. Big Ten teams, once they get into the tournament, I mean, the rest of this country just plays basketball just a completely different way than the Big Ten does. Big Ten's a lot more physical. Everywhere else, not so much. So we will see on Purdue.
Will Purdue?
I think they're going to Purdue.
Fair enough.
So give me Yale.
I don't think they will this game.
What a fucking game this is.
7-10 matchup. Murray
what
State
in the hell?
and San Francisco.
Wow. Oh, what the fuck?
Murray State and San Francisco. I know nothing about either. I know one of these teams plays Gonzaga, and it's San Francisco.
God.
So honestly, off of that, I'm going San Francisco.
I'm gonna go San Francisco too. I like that 10-7 a little bit. I mean, I've not watched any games from either of these two teams this year. So that's just a hunch looking at the stats.
Again,
They could lose by 20. I don't know.
All I know about either of those schools is one of them plays Gonzaga twice a year, one doesn't.
I'm not sure I've ever heard either team mentioned on here ever. I don't know if they've made the tournament since we've been I think Murray State has.
Yeah, Murray State has a couple times.
I don't think San Francisco has, because I didn't even recognize that logo.
Because, Murray State definitely has, because that's where Ja Morant went when he ripped the hearts out of some people's.
Yes, indeed, he did.
Kentucky 2:15. Kentucky playing St. Peter's.
I'm not even gonna think about it. I'd just give me Kentucky.
Okay, yeah. Moving on to the South. Arizona playing the winner of Wright State and Bryant.
Oh my.
Arizona has a shit ton of wins this year.
They do. Oh my. You seen the net ranking?
Whew.
Oh my god.
Give me Arizona.
Arizona ranked number 2. Well, Wright State is the one that it's going up against here. Is the net rank of 191. I can't check the net rank of Bryant.
Not good. Probably not good.
It sounds like either way I should be taking Arizona.
I agree. Seton Hall TCU 8-9 matchup.
I can't do the 9 this time either. Give me Seton Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. 5-12, Houston, UAB. Houston's good. UAB's not.
Why is Houston a 5 seed?
I honestly don't know.
The fuck? Give me Houston.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh boy.
Illinois plays Chattanooga. Kofi Cockburn. Cockburn was right the first time.
Oh.
Plays Chattanooga.
I feel like I have to take Chattanooga on principle.
I wish I could say the same. Unfortunately, I'm not taking Illinois.
Nothing would make me happier than to see Illinois lose in the first round again.
They didn't lose in the first round last year, though.
Oh yeah, they lost in the second.
To a team we'll talk about here in a few moments.
Yes, indeed. Fuck it. Give me Chattanooga.
Fair enough.
I mean, hey, like I said, I have to do it on principle. I'm probably wrong. But if I'm right.
I love it. I love
wait
it.
a minute.
Number 6, Colorado State takes on number 11, Michigan.
Don't ask me how, but Michigan's a favorite in this game. At least the last time I checked. A very slim, I think a 1.5 point favorite. Don't ask me how.
Huh?
That's how it opened anyway. I don't know if it's still like that.
What day do they play? They play tomorrow, right? Yeah, at noon. They're still a 1 point favorite.
I couldn't tell you why. I really don't know. Should we have been in a play-in game? Yeah, maybe. Would we? I mean, where would we would have wound up playing? What, Notre Dame? I'm surprised they didn't do that, to be honest.
Notre Dame or whoever Indiana played last night.
Yeah. I have zero idea why we're favored. I don't know exactly. Like, I understand why they just decided to just put us in, because like, there's talent there. We just haven't used it. So maybe that's what they're looking at. I don't know.
All I gotta say on this, like, and this isn't even me as an Ohio State fan. Michigan got into this tournament with an NIT record.
Yeah, I mean,
because 68 teams is just too many at points.
I mean, that's why March Madness is March Madness. There's teams all over this place that don't deserve to be here. Like, I don't think there's a lot of focus right now on Michigan not deserving to be here. They deserve to be here over a lot of other teams that did make it. So, and I mean, and the one that everyone seemed to be complaining about the most was Indiana. And look, they're in anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Indiana necessarily deserved to. I don't think Rutgers or Notre Dame or Indiana or Michigan deserve to be there. I think this is just what happens when you have 68 teams get in.
Yeah, but like who else do you put in there?
Well, that's
like,
the thing is there is no one else to put in. This just tournament this is what happens sometimes. It's just what we live with.
Why it's March Madness. And I think Evo was asking about the NIT record. That's basically the tournament for the people who didn't make the actual national championship tournament.
Yeah, that's the participation trophy tournament.
It literally. Yeah, Michigan's win percentage is at 56, and they are one of 64 teams with a shot at a national title.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I am very. So in the past, when it comes to spreads that make no sense, Vegas has been right on a lot of these. I feel like I'd probably pick Michigan anyway. At least in the first round. I don't think it's impossible, but we're gonna know within about the first 5 minutes if Michigan's gonna have a shot in this game, because they can play well, but if they don't, they aren't fixing anything. Like there are no adjustments that get made. There probably are adjustments that get made. They don't work. Like this year is one of the worst shooting teams I've ever seen. Like we're very hit or miss, more than often miss. Yeah, down 20 early would be a sign. I'm gonna go Michigan. Probably not gonna put more through the second round, but I feel like I have to. That the Vegas spread is intriguing to me.
I'm going Colorado State. Like,
I figured you would. And I'm sure most people are as well. That's me just being a fan, I think, pretty much.
I don't think the Big Ten in general is going to do well in this tournament at all, because with 9 teams, there's a bunch of teams in the Big Ten that shouldn't have gotten in. With 9 of them in, you're looking at 2/3 of the fucking conference.
I think this is the first Big Ten. It is the first Big Ten team that I put through to the second round over Illinois, MSU, Purdue.
Oops.
Might just be, me being a Michigan fan. Just a teensy tiny bit.
Tennessee plays. Oh my God, this is a team name. This is a real team name.
Who the fuck is this?
Tennessee, number 3 seed Tennessee plays number 14 seed Longwood.
It's
Longwood University. Where are they from? They're the Longwood Lancers men basketball team is Division I basketball team that represents Longwood University in Farmville, Virginia.
Oh, the Lancers, huh?
They play in the Big South Conference, playing teams like Radford, Campbell, North Carolina A&T, USC Upstate, Winthrop.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. That can't be USC, like, as in Southern California.
No.
I was gonna say, because Southern California Upstate makes no sense.
Augusta State University.
That's gotta be a made-up school.
No. Nope.
I mean, I thought the same thing about Oral Bob, so...
Charleston University, Coastal Carolina, Radford, Winthrop.
Yeah, I've heard of... At least heard of Charleston. And Coastal, hey.
Yeah, because Coastal's a Division I football team, at least.
Right.
Presbyterian.
Okay, another one. Heard of them.
High Point.
It's gonna be like an online school.
I'm not quite done.
Or the casino.
Yeah,
High Point Casino.
You ready for the final one?
Oh God.
Gardner Webb.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that too.
Actually, I have heard of them.
Has anyone actually watched games from this conference? Like, do they actually play, or are these records made up? Like, is this a fuck? How did
It's
I
in the
forget
same
name?
city. Augusta University is in the same city as Augusta National. Yes.
What was the name of that fake high school football team?
Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah, is this conference all Bishop Sycamores?
Possibly.
Like, I just want to know if anybody's actually watched their games.
I have not. If there is someone out there that listens to this podcast and you have watched a game from any of those schools that I just mentioned, a basketball game, because I've never watched a Coastal Carolina football or basketball game. I watched them play football because they're a Division I football team.
Watched them play a lot of football. I loved betting on Coastal this last year.
If you have ever watched a basketball game from any of those schools that I just mentioned, including Longwood, please let us know.
Anyway,
the exciting thing about this game is, you remember those pants that Tennessee wore 4 years ago when we first did the first episode of this podcast?
I do.
Those creamsicle checkered pants.
We were watching that game at your house.
Yeah. The excitement of this game is, will Tennessee have pants as good as those?
If they don't, then
they might take to Longwood.
They might be taking the Longwood.
Give me Tennessee.
The outcome of this game will be decided on the pants. Oh God.
Give me Tennessee.
I really want to pick against Tennessee, because who doesn't hate Tennessee?
Oh, I hate Tennessee.
I know you do. Probably more so than I do.
It is a very, very well-known thing that I hate everything about the state of Tennessee. But
I like the fight song. I can't lie.
Fuck that.
We've been over that though. Oh, come on. It's a good fight song.
Fuck that song. But I can't pick. I can't pick Longwood though.
I want to.
Like, I mean, their defensive efficiency is 164th.
No. Wait, is that a ranking or is that a stat?
Ranking.
Oh God. Let's shoot 2% better. Oh fuck. I'm wishing you the best, Longwood. I can't do it. Longwood women's basketball team is now my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, hey, what can we pick the women's tournament as well?
No. I don't want
Michigan's
this show to be 12 hours.
Well, wait, does their tournament when does their tournament start?
Doesn't it start this week also?
Probably.
I don't know.
But it's dumb. They shouldn't put them head to head if that is the way that it is. Give me Tennessee, but I am hoping the best for Longwood University.
The jokes would be hilarious. Let's move on though.
Oh, can you imagine? Exactly what Ashton said in chat. I was gonna say that. Can you imagine if they're the Cinderella team? Fucking Longwood, dude. Yes. All right.
God.
Well, we're moving on to a game that's going to occur
on Friday at noon. At noon 15, actually. Number 7, Ohio State plays number 10, Loyola Chicago, the Fighting Sister Jeans. This game's easy for me to pick.
I mean, yeah, I figure.
Give me Loyola.
What?
This is the game that gets Chris Holtman fired.
Ah, wow. Well, that's interesting because I'm picking Ohio State. I don't believe the Sister Jean magic. I don't think it's, it's worked in the past. I don't know if it's going to work anymore. This is a game that I could see Ohio State losing, but I don't think they will. I think it's a tight one that they pull out.
Ohio State has, I mean, you're looking at a team in their last 7, they're 1-6.
I know, and I have picked 2 really bad Big Ten teams to advance and some better ones to get bounced to the first round. Interesting strat, but hey, doing things the normal way has not worked in the past.
Yeah, this Ohio State men's basketball team is a team that on paper should be really good. EJ Liddell and Malachi Branham just are phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like the same thing with Michigan. Like you look at they got guys, they got 5-star recruits. They got good players.
Chris Holtmann
have just sucked this year.
Chris Holtmann's just a terrible coach. This is not the team this Ohio State team is not the same team that beat Duke back in November.
Ugh.
Chris Holtmann
long time ago
is horrible, terrible, awful head coach. This is the game that I pray to God this is the game that finally gets him fucking fired. If it doesn't, Gene Smith.
It won't.
Chris Holtmann's apparently sucking somebody's dick or something. If he doesn't get fired after this game, I thought after
you say Chris Holtmann's a bad coach. I'm kind of starting to think the same about Juwan Howard. Like you saw when he was suspended, and the GOAT Phil Martelli was coaching this team, and that's what put Michigan in this tournament. Like, who knows if they win those games if Juwan's there?
Juwan's first game back, they blow an 18-point lead.
17.
Oh, 17? Okay.
Not like it makes it better. Oh, cries internally.
I knew I just knew it was more than 10. Actually, I knew it was more than 15 because I checked that game at midway through the second half, and I was like, well, this bet's a lock. Sweet. And then I checked
Longwood's home court capacity, 1,800.
Hell
Lancer Lunatics. Fuck yeah.
Head coach is a one-time lawyer and CFO of a private equity firm. Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I love this team.
This is the game that's gonna get Chris Holtmann fired. I just kicked a screw off of my fucking desk.
That's not good. That might be important.
Well, it goes to my chair.
Wow.
Because my chair arm finally died.
Oh.
So yep, give me Chicago. Let's move on to the 2:15 of Villanova and Delaware.
Now that you got a steering wheel, you don't need armrests anymore. They get in the way.
Yeah.
To Villanova, they tend to be a buzzsaw in the tournament. As good as ever.
They're pretty
2
good.
seed.
Give me Villanova.
So, give me Nova. They'll destroy Ohio State in the second round.
They'll destroy anybody. Whoever they play in the second round.
Why do I haven't even filled? I'm filling out my bracket as we do this. Why did my bracket just default to me picking Texas Southern over Kansas?
Kansas plays Texas Southern here in the Midwest, the final quarter of the bracket.
It's like I haven't made picks yet. What is this about?
So we're both on board Texas Southern then, right? No.
Fucking apparently. No, we're not.
Give me Kansas. I don't think we're gonna see a 16 beat a 1 seed this year.
No, I mean the 1 seeds are just too good. The 16 seeds just don't look good at all. If this is the game, there's a 116 upset. I'm gonna be real pissed that I switched this. Yeah, I'm going to go Kansas.
8-9 matchup. San Diego State plays Creighton.
We're to another point where I'm not committed to it yet, but I'm thinking about picking Creighton the 9.
Well, that makes it easy for me because I am taking Creighton at the 9.
Okay.
Creighton is a little bit better, in my
That
opinion.
That Big East conference is tough.
Yeah. The whatever San Diego State plays in, I think the WAC, Mountain West, something.
Certainly not the Pac-12.
No.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take Creighton.
Fair enough. Iowa takes on number 12 Richmond.
I can't not pick Iowa. Didn't they just did they win
Purdue.
the
Yeah.
Did they win the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, in a game that was fucking terrible to watch.
Oh, that's right. That was the game you were watching.
Because you were watching Phoenix. I was out watching Purdue, Iowa, and I watched 8 trips. Actually, no, I think it was 10 trips down the court, 5 each way. Where airball, off the backboard, airball, off the backboard, airball. Like, nobody, and then Purdue's giant 800-foot tall fucking white center made this little fucking hook shot from a foot out, and then that was the first. It was like not even a true layup. It was a fucking hook shot, and that was the
What
first.
is it? What is it with the Big Ten and white centers?
I don't know. That was the first basket that happened or was scored in like 10 minutes.
Purdue has one. Michigan has one. Iowa had one last year with Luka Garza.
Wisconsin has a bunch of them.
Fuck Wisconsin.
But yeah,
I can't pick Richmond.
At some point, 9,000th year senior Jordan Bohannon, who shouldn't be fucking playing.
Oh, we'll get to another one of them types here in a minute.
Fucking Jordan Bohannon. I mean, Richmond has one too.
Oh, there's another team that's got one.
Richmond, the guy who fucking scored the game-winning basket for Richmond to put them here in this game, is a fucking 7th year senior. Fucking 26 years old, 25 years old, playing against 18-year-olds.
I gotta find out how old the player I'm talking about is.
Fucking Jordan Bohannon, who's been there 8 years. Eventually, they're gonna have to cool. Iowa's gonna have to cool off. It's not gonna be this game. Give me Iowa.
All right. Hold on, this guy's really not as old as I thought he was. Never mind.
Providence plays South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits.
Oh.
I think.
Oh. I mean, that is a rabbit is their logo, so
Yeah.
I would say
It's safe
it's
bet.
the weirdest looking fucking rabbit I've ever seen. It looks like a banana peel.
Yikes! Yeah, it does.
The world is that thing. As I did just say, the Big East is a pretty good conference. I have no idea where South Dakota State even plays.
Not the Big East.
Not the Big East. Give me Providence.
Yeah, Providence.
Oh, this game. Oh boy.
6-11 matchup. LSU Iowa State.
This is tricky. This is tricky because LSU, correct me if I'm wrong, fairly certain they just fired their head coach. Oh, which means this is an interim head coach game. Fuck. That's problematic.
Yeah.
Will they pull a rabbit or a banana peel out of their hat? I don't know.
LSU fired their head coach 4 days ago.
And why? 6th seed, made the tournament. 18th in that ranking. What are they firing their coach for? Like, he kissed a school administrator's daughter too?
After the NCAA formally gave notice of allegations based on the conclusion of investigation into reports of recruiting violations.
Oh, so not
shit.
only
It's the I was reading about this earlier. It's in that same fucking category as to what happened when OBJ was given players money after the national title in 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in that same family.
Ooh, so we are. This is tricky now because not only is it going to be an interim head coach game, it's also a controversy game. So, which is it's tricky because you pick the interim head coach, you pick against the controversy. Oh, I don't know what to do. I guess the interim head coach thing is probably more recent. Give me Iowa State. Fuck it. I practice what I preach with these picks. Give me Iowa State.
I don't think it matters who wins this game because they're gonna lose the next, or they're gonna win the next one.
Do you think they're gonna beat whoever they face in the second round?
Yeah. So give me LSU.
I mean, yeah. So my thinking with that, the interim head coach is something you never bet against. It almost never fails. Like, I think the first time it failed for me in a long while was this year with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah, because the
Like,
Jags just suck.
Right. I'm gonna. I believe in the interim head coach strat. So I'm going to take. Well, no, not the interim head coach strat. The controversy strat.
Fair enough.
I feel like the controversy is strong. It happened first. I don't know.
Kind of, yeah, technically.
Fuck this next game.
Wisconsin plays Colgate, the toothpaste company.
They do. I picked Colgate a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember who they played, but I picked Colgate.
They played somebody.
And it bombed in my face.
yes, it did. Because
the
the
toothpaste
toothpaste company got stepped on.
To be fair, yeah, toothpaste squeezed right on out that tube. I don't remember. I think there was a reason I picked Colgate. I think a lot of people were really high on Colgate for the upset, and I think I just bought into it.
I already know who you're gonna pick.
No, no, I can't do it.
Oh,
I wish I could. Fuck Wisconsin. Fuck Brad Davison. Fuck Greg Gard. Fuck all them people. Whatever that other guy's name was. Joe Krabenhoft. Fuck them all.
That doesn't even sound like a real name. Like,
I mean, if Jawan would have closed his fist, it wouldn't have been a real name anymore.
Instead, Jawan wanted to throw punches like he was in a fucking high school fight.
Yeah, he threw a slap, and then he closed his fist after.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm from Chicago. We're scrappy. Open hand slap to the face. Jesus Christ.
The high school fight out here.
Basically.
Like, literally, that is something you was like that kind of a strike thrown like that is something you would have saw at Alpena High School.
Something I did see at Alpena High School.
Let's say, actually, wait a second. Yeah, that's something we both saw at Alpena High School.
Oh yeah.
And not by women, not by girls throwing those. Those were.
Oh yeah, the women were scrappy. They'd some
throw
good
real
fights.
punches. It was the guys that would just throw those fucking slaps.
Right? Goodness gracious. I hate the fact that I'm picking Wisconsin. But I made the mistake with Colgate a year ago. I can't do it again.
I can't pick the toothpaste company. Give me Wisconsin. They move on.
I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope this is the game that I can be perfect up until this point. Whenever this game is played, I hope this is the game that busts my bracket. I hope Colgate fucking whoops that ass.
Number 7 USC plays number 10 Miami.
Oh, the real USC.
Yeah.
10-7s are interesting. I don't know. Oh my god, a Colgate versus Longwood match. Fuck yes.
In the Final Four.
That's possible too, isn't it?
Yeah. That's how they would have to meet, is in the Final Four.
They would have to meet in the Final Four. I wish. That would be phenomenal. Ooh, East 10-7s.
I'm
Miami's
taking
not a
Miami
good.
solely because the
Miami's
ACC is a tougher conference.
Miami's not a good 10.
They are
I
not.
mean they're not a bad 10.
I don't think USC is a good 7. They're a better 7 than Ohio
Yeah.
State.
I don't know. Big Ten's tougher than the Pac-12.
That is true.
I think I'm gonna go with you. I think I'm gonna take the 10 Miami.
And finally, for the first round, Auburn plays a team that Jordan mistakes for Deion Sanders' team several times.
Yeah, well, so I know they're different teams, but I do screw up the names. Yes.
Auburn takes on the 15, number 2 Auburn takes on the 15 seed Jacksonville State.
Yep, not Jackson State. Hey, speaking of Jackson State and HBCUs, how long until we see? I don't know if you've seen the New York racing schemes that Greg Biffle's been driving in his part-time schedule.
I have not.
They're all themed to a different HBCU. I'm just waiting for the Jackson State one. I'm gonna love that.
It better have Deion's face on it.
That'd be phenomenal.
It won't, but that would be so fucking amazing if it did.
Dude, face cars, legendary. Corey LaJoy's is still one of the best paint schemes I've ever seen.
God damn it.
God, I might have to download NASCAR Heat 4 again just to race that scheme. Oh wait, no, it's in Heat 5. I forgot he did a throwback to it.
Give me Auburn.
I really can't take Jacksonville State here. I really can't. I mean, there's just no way. There's just no way. Scroll all the way back up to the top. Round 2.
Gonzaga, Memphis. These games we're going to go through a lot faster because there's going to be some discrepancies in our brackets.
Yeah, because we will pick different ones. This is one that we do have similar.
Yes.
Memphis was good enough to get past the first round. They're not good enough to get past Gonzaga.
Agreed. UConn, Vermont.
I have UConn, Arkansas as a 4-5.
Oh, yeah. You don't have Vermont.
And I am going to go UConn over Arkansas, 5 over the 4.
Okay, so our Sweet 16 matchup will be the same. I'm going UConn.
Okay.
Texas Tech and I believe we're both saying Rutgers, right?
I have stupid Rutgers in there.
I do too.
I don't think I think this is where stupid Rutgers run ends.
Yeah.
I'm taking Texas Tech.
Stupid Rutgers is stupid. They lose to Texas Tech. Michigan State or Davidson, because you have Davidson, right?
I have Davidson, yep.
I have Michigan State. They played Duke. We both have Duke.
Yeah, we're gonna both take Duke.
Yeah.
I just want Davidson to beat MSU and Foster Lawyer to drop $1 million on him.
It doesn't matter who Duke plays in the second round; they're gonna win by 20.
Yeah, probably. I mean, listen, Davidson ain't great. MSU is playing so much worse than they could be. Like, Duke could destroy anybody. And that's if we get the good Duke. I mean, who knows? I don't think Davidson's winning regardless. I think MSU probably, they might have a shot. If they got the bad Duke and the really good MSU, it's a possibility, but I don't have them there. So, I'll take Duke easy.
Baylor, North Carolina.
Oh, man.
Because we had that one the same.
We did. Man, what an upset this would be. I don't know.
It could be more than 20. But on Duke beating whoever they play in the second round, it could be more than that.
I mean, Duke's they're a well-oiled machine for the most part. They do have their down days, which is not totally common under Coach K, but they have had some bad games, which is why they're a 2 seed, not a 1.
Yeah.
Surprised the committee didn't just throw him in there as a 1 just because it's Coach K's last year. I was expecting it. Man.
Baylor, North Carolina.
I know I'm struggling.
I'm going Baylor. Baylor's just good.
They're very good. I think I don't think UNC has that magic that they used to beat Duke. I mean, that game was just so emotionally charged for him. This one isn't going to have that same sort of thing, I don't think. Give me Baylor.
Indiana, UCLA.
I have St. Mary UCLA.
Oh, you have St. Mary's beating Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, who do you have?
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so stupid. I'm picking St. Mary's over UCLA.
I'm taking UCLA.
Like, that's the dumbest thing I could do is pick against Johnny Juzang in March, apparently.
And Tiger
But-
Campbell
Oh, God, I forgot about him.
with the fucking absurd hair.
He still got that shit, too, I bet.
Yep.
Yeah, no, give me St. Mary's. Apparently I like the 5s over the 4s here in the second round.
Did you have Texas or Virginia Tech?
I had Virginia Tech.
I also had Virginia Tech. You had Yale over Purdue.
Yes, I did. I really just do not trust Yale for anything.
Purdue.
Or yeah, well, I don't trust Yale for anything either, but I trust them to beat Purdue. I trust Purdue even less.
So who do you have winning in the second round between... I have Virginia Tech, Purdue, and I have Purdue moving on. You have Virginia Tech, Yale. Who do you have?
I'm going to have Yale move on. I'm kidding. I'm going to have Virginia Tech move on.
Okay.
Still, a low seed matchup. I have an 11 versus a 14 there, so very, very interesting. So I would take Virginia Tech. There are teams in the Big Ten that I don't trust. I mean, I don't trust Michigan, but I picked them anyway. I don't trust MSU. I picked against them. Don't trust Illinois. Don't trust Purdue. I don't trust any of them, especially in the tournament.
I got Purdue moving on to the Sweet 16. We have next San Francisco and Kentucky. Did you have Murray State or San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Okay, so we are on the train there. San Francisco, Kentucky. Who you got?
I mean, San Francisco can beat Murray State. They ain't beaten Coach Callen and the Kentucky Wildcats. Give me Kentucky.
Yep, Kentucky moves on. Moving up to the top, we have Arizona, Seton Hall. Both of us.
Yep.
Arizona, Seton Hall. Who you got?
One seed's got to go down eventually, right?
Eventually.
For me, this is where I'm pulling the trigger on it. I'm going to put Seton Hall in the Sweet 16 over Arizona.
I can't do it. Give me Arizona.
I can't, but I know that there's going to be one of them, and I think out of any one of the number 1 seeds that Arizona is the most vulnerable. That's just the way that I think, just because of the conference that they play in. That's it. I know they're good, but I think they could be vulnerable. And Seton Hall's no slouch either. Not bad.
Give me Arizona here. I just can't. Moving on, Houston, Illinois. Or, well, in your case, Houston, Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Is that what the fuck? I mean, I know we're talking about 2 different conferences here, but, like, stat-wise, like, it's a pretty even matchup. This is a very, very interesting thing. I'm still going to roll with Houston over Chattanooga. Because I just think Houston's criminally underseeded. Like, net rank of 3rd in the country, and they're a 5 seed.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
I have Houston beating Illinois. Because Houston is just that underrated.
Illinois is a higher seed than Houston.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Houston got the shaft.
Like they're not in like I mean they're not in a great conference, but it's no cookie.
Yeah. Give me Houston here.
Come on now. Oh boy.
I have Colorado State. You have Michigan. We both have Tennessee.
Yes.
I have Tennessee moving on.
I also have Tennessee moving on. No matter who they play against, whether it be Colorado State or Michigan, I would take Tennessee here. One of the first brackets in a long while that I can feel comfortable with Michigan not making it past the first weekend. Like, if they somehow do, if they make it to the Sweet 16, this whole season is forgotten. Like the regular season's like, whoa, holy shit. If they lose, well then great, the season can end.
We're done with it.
Mercifully, and just get better for next year at this point.
I have Loyola beating Ohio State essentially for the same thing with like what you have with Michigan, where like if Ohio State makes a run, awesome. If they lose, thank God it's over.
I mean, there's so many fans of Big Ten schools that are like that right now. Ohio State, Michigan, MSU. Oh well, some MSU fans are still delusional and think they're really good, but I mean, at least Michigan and Ohio State fans, we can come to solace and realize that our teams are not good this season.
They're not.
MSU fans still believe in January, February Izzo. Even though I don't, did he win a game in March?
Like I hope this season for Ohio State just is done.
Well, yeah, because you want Chris Holtmann fired.
Yes. We both have Villanova. You have Ohio State. I have Loyola. Villanova's gonna roll whoever they play.
I would say so. I mean, if any team is Mr. March these days, it's Villanova and Jay Wright. So
yeah,
give me Villanova against whoever they play.
Kansas, Creighton. I think we both went that way.
Yes, we did. I mean, Creighton could be tough. I don't see Kansas falling this early. They may fall in the Sweet 16. I don't think they fall now. Give me Kansas.
Agreed. Iowa, Providence. Like I said earlier, I only have one team from the Big Ten making it to the Sweet 16. It's not Iowa. Give me Providence.
Oh, well, sounds like there's no doubt who that might be.
Yeah.
I suspect I know. I'm going to take Iowa here. This is a weird one for me. But Iowa, despite the garbage that was the Big Ten tournament, I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights. I think if anyone's going to do it other than the other team, it could be Iowa. So I'm going to put them through over Providence.
I have LSU. You have Iowa State. We both have Wisconsin. I have LSU beating Wisconsin.
Oh man, I don't know if I can do it with. Iowa State here. I really don't. And 11 over the 3 Wisconsin in the second round. I mean, the Big Ten doesn't usually make deep tournament runs anymore.
No.
I'm gonna taking Wisconsin again.
We both have Miami, Auburn.
Yes.
Auburn's really good. They had a weird, just kind of fall asleep run in the towards the tail end of the season, but give me Auburn over Miami.
Yeah, I mean it's still Auburn against a conference team, so it seems easy to pick Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Tigers. Wrong SEC school to be pronouncing it that way, but still.
Right. Sweet 16 matchup, Gonzaga, UConn. We both have that.
We do.
Give me Gonzaga. We have a...
Give me Give me Gonzaga. These are two basketball powerhouses for sure. Gonzaga and UConn. Um, Gonzaga's just better this year, so I will gladly take the Zags.
Yeah. Texas Tech Duke.
Yep. Same again.
I have
Oh,
Duke.
could this be Coach K's final game?
I think this game will be close.
I mean, yeah, we're getting into these tight seeds here late. If we still got them, yeah, it's there's gonna be some close games.
I think Duke they're Duke. I think they can overpower Texas Tech and win by enough to set up a meeting with Gonzaga.
I just don't see Duke not making it past the Sweet 16 in this final year for Mike Kalcheski. Like there's just no way, right?
Yeah.
So Duke for me on that one.
Baylor, and you have IU or St. Mary's. I have UCLA.
Yep, I have St. Mary's.
I have Baylor winning against either team.
I have, believe it or not, St. Mary's advancing to the Elite Eight.
Whoa, fun.
I know Baylor's good. I just think out of any of the teams that I can see making a run, that's like a decent seed, St. Mary's is that for me. Like, I just think they match up well against a lot of teams. I think they got a very favorable draw in this tournament.
Okay. I have Purdue as my only Big Ten team to make it to the Sweet 16.
St. Mary's going to be full Cinderella mode. Are they really a Cinderella at 5?
Not really.
I mean, sort of, because they're not from a huge conference or anything like that. I mean, I guess it'd be a Cinderella if they fucking beat Baylor.
Yeah.
But yeah. No.
I have Purdue. You have Virginia Tech. We both have Kentucky. I have Kentucky winning.
Let me look at this one.
Purdue's.
I mean, hey, if they're the team that made it farthest in the Big Ten, did they really Purdue?
Wow. No, but they will Purdue in this game, and it'll be this. If we do have Purdue Kentucky, this will be the worst Elite Eight or Sweet 16 game.
Could very well be.
Purdue will get rolled.
I'm taking Virginia Tech over Kentucky. Set up the 11-5 in the Elite Eight.
That's a Cinderella.
Is it right?
Move on to the South.
I'm going Virginia Tech over Kentucky, man. Like, I'm looking at the matchup. They could get there. The ACC is no good, but
other than Duke.
Other than Duke, but they don't count. They're Duke.
They got the double magic.
9 years out of 10, they're good. Like their conference doesn't matter. Like they could win in any conference most years. So yeah, I will. What a matchup in the Elite Eight: St. Mary's versus Virginia Tech.
So we now move on to the South. I have Arizona. You have Seton Hall. We both have Houston in the Sweet 16.
Yep.
We both agree Houston is criminally underrated.
Yep.
You look at net ranking. Arizona was 2. They get a 1 seed. Houston was 3. They get a 5 seed. You've said eventually a 1 seed has to fall. For me, right here it is. The Houston Cougars move on to the Elite Eight.
Well, yeah, they're going to move on for me as well over Seton Hall.
Wow.
But I mean, they've already taken down some decent teams to even get to this point. So, yeah, I will take Houston.
We both have Tennessee Villanova, correct?
We do.
Villanova's gonna roll, I think. And roll might be a stretch, but I think it'll be a comfortable win, a comfortable enough win for Villanova, for Jay Wright and Villanova.
Sweet 16 is where it gets wild for me. I am taking Tennessee, especially if they have their pants. If they have those pants, hey, Tennessee might win this whole thing.
Fair enough.
Hey, pants power.
Fair enough.
Oh, damn. Those pants.
Next up, moving down into the Midwest, I have Kansas. I think you do too.
I do?
I have Providence. You have Iowa.
Yes.
Once again, I said a 1 seed has to fall.
Uh-oh.
And I think there are 2 4 seeds, 4/5 seeds that have gotten a very good draw here. Houston being one of those teams that got a pretty good draw.
I mean,
being a team
that
honestly,
is
criminally underrated.
Like, them being as underrated as they are is honestly a great thing for them.
Yeah, because Houston doesn't have to play Gonzaga. They don't have to play Baylor.
Right, like
they don't even have to play Kansas, and like Arizona is like, yeah, Arizona has the most wins, I believe, out of all the 1 seeds.
Possibly.
Or they're tied with Gonzaga for most wins. Arizona's the one that has the question mark though, because they play in the Pac-12.
Right, which is so weird because you'd think it'd be Gonzaga that has a question mark, but we all know that Gonzaga is just good regardless of their conference. Like their conference is not an indictment on them being good.
No, because they get into the tournament and they still they still smack everybody around.
I mean, made it to the national championship game a year ago, so
smacked everybody around except Johnny Juzang.
And they still beat him.
Yeah.
And then they got smacked around of the national championship game, but
Baylor was just
but I digress.
Destiny, but
that was a fun one. That was a fun one. I thought I don't know if you remember this. When the national championship game came around, I actually thought that I bet on Gonzaga.
Ooh,
but I actually bet on Baylor.
Anyhow, back to this.
Yes.
Providence out of the Big East, good team. Kansas is a good team.
They are. I have Kansas versus Iowa, so it's a no-brainer for me. Kansas moves on.
Yeah. I have Providence moving on. Another 1 seed falls in the Sweet 16.
Woo!
You have Wisconsin Auburn.
Yes.
I have LSU Auburn. Auburn moves on.
Oh, I mean, Auburn moves on for me, too.
Elite 8, we go back up to the West.
I mean, what? Auburn going to lose to Wisconsin? Come on.
No.
A soft-ass team.
Elite 8, I have Gonzaga Duke.
I do as well.
The fated meeting. Game that everybody wants to see, let's be honest.
It's ideal.
Instant classic of a game.
I mean, it could be a classic regardless if Gonzaga wins Coach K's last game.
Like, we have a couple games, like, I think Providence, Kansas will be one of those games that'll just become an instant classic, and I think Arizona, Houston could be, but none more than this with Gonzaga Duke. I have Gonzaga moving on.
I can't do it. It's what the universe wants. Duke at least to get to the Final Four. Given our next Elite Eight matchup, Duke's probably making it to the championship game in my bracket. I'm taking Duke over Gonzaga.
Our Elite Eight matchup here in the East is going to be is way different.
Nonsense.
Because you have Seton Hall, Virginia Tech.
I have St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, Virginia Tech. I'm sorry. I have Baylor, Kentucky. I have Baylor moving on to set up a rematch of what could be for the ages of Gonzaga Baylor. And not really, because Baylor's best player has been down with injury for half the season since January.
Right. Fair enough.
But I have Gonzaga Baylor. And
I have St. Mary's.
And a 1-1 matchup in the Final Four.
Hey, I never have luck. If I'm basically to the point that if I get 1 seed versus 1 seed matchups in the Final Four, I redo my bracket. like, because they just don't happen. I am taking St. Mary's over Virginia Tech. This is where Virginia Tech's magical little run ends. The 5 seed St. Mary's does advance to the Final Four.
Okay. Moving on to the South. I have Houston.
Yep.
And Villanova.
Of Houston, Tennessee.
I have Villanova moving on.
Over Houston?
Yes.
And I have Tennessee moving on over Houston.
Okay, so we both have Houston, just the different teams.
Yeah, losing in the Elite Eight.
Down to the Midwest, you have Kansas?
Kansas and Auburn.
Okay, I have Providence, Auburn. I have Providence moving on. Setting up a Big East matchup.
Damn!
In the Final Four. And I will say, the Providence Villanova games that we've had this year have been great.
Right.
So it could just be that I really want to see one more of these.
I mean, Big East basketball is a good time.
Like, it's distinctly possible that I just want to see one more of those games because they're so good.
Yeah, they usually really are. It's the first one in a while I really got to think about. I mean, I got a 1-2. So I mean, Kansas defends better. They shoot better. Give me Kansas, the lone 1 seed to make it to the Final Four.
Okay, Final Four. I have one. I have Gonzaga, Baylor, both 1 seeds, and then I have Villanova, Providence, a 2-4.
I have a 2-5 in Duke and a 3-1, or Duke and St. Mary's a 2-5, and a 3-1 Tennessee and Kansas.
I have in the rematch of Gonzaga Baylor. I have Gonzaga moving on.
Okay. You're on that Gonzaga revenge tour.
Yes.
Getting that title that they should have gotten a year ago.
Yes.
As I said, I think this is the team of this. This is what the theater that is March Madness wants. Duke making a last run. I'm putting Duke in the championship game.
You have Duke as the team of destiny.
In a way, yes. I mean, they're a high seed. So I guess team of destiny is a better term. Obviously, they're not a Cinderella as a 2 seed. So team of destiny, yes.
And so in my 2-4 matchup of Villanova Providence, a game that, let's be honest, if this game was the Final Four, everybody would love it.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not possible, but yes.
I mean, it's very possible.
I'm sorry, who and who?
Villanova Providence.
Oh, yes.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said championship game.
Oh, no. I mean, if it was the championship game, everyone would love it too.
Right.
If I'm right and this turns out to be a Final Four, this would be a game that literally everybody would love.
I mean, I'm watching these games regardless, but I'd really love it if that happened.
Yeah. I have Villanova beating Providence. I believe they split in the regular season. And Villanova gets it done in the biggest stage up to that point.
So, I have Tennessee and Kansas. And while you would think, like, if we're going the straight up, like, um, theater stuff for this one last Coach K run, you'd put Kansas in there and have him go against Bill Self. That gets ruined by the Tennessee Volunteers as they advance to the championship game to take on Duke.
And in the championship game, I have Gonzaga Nova. I have Gonzaga winning. The final score is irrelevant because that's going to be super wrong at 75-69.
Oh, is it a final score pick? Fuck.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
I meant to, well, I knew it was a tiebreaker, but like I thought it was going to be total points.
Oh, yeah, no, it's final score.
Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna back myself into a corner here. I mean, would any of us be shocked if Duke went on a run
No.
and won the whole damn thing?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Like, it's very much a possibility. It's not like Duke's bad by any means. I got a full commit. It's Duke. Tiebreaker. I'm gonna go 82-74.
I just typed numbers in, and I'm surprised I didn't have like 420-69. I have 75-69.
To be fair, I mean, I really should. I should do 81-6 or 82-69. That would be hilarious. But that's my national champion, the Duke Blue Devils. No, unfortunately, no Longwood versus Colgate.
That would be a Final Four
can,
matchup to fucking end all Final Four matchups, though.
I would love every second of that. Like, please let that happen. But it's the Duke Blue Devils for me. I mean, if that does happen, like, imagine the story. Like, ESPN wouldn't shut up about it for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, what a comment. I don't even know if I could read that out loud without laughing. I will just say, yeah, that probably doesn't hurt. Yeah, fitting Oral Roberts into that would have been a great thing. Oral Bob, classic Oral Bob. Yeah, you. Yeah, they've caused you pain.
It wouldn't have been so bad had Chris Holtman got fired after, but he didn't.
I mean, oh, Oral Bob.
Yeah, that's it. That's the show. We actually kept this in reasonable time.
Is it the show?
Not really. We got Champ and Chump and then one for the road.
I was just saying, are we not doing those? Okay.
Champ and Chump. My champ is. Hold please, because I gotta go pull the score up. Was not entirely fully prepared. Cameron Smith, out of Australia, one of the best, and this is coming from the world of professional golf. I should throw that in there. Has one of the best hair and mustache combos in professional golf.
That's the reason he's in here?
Oh, no, he also won the Players.
Oh, okay.
At 13 under, he outlasted at the Players in a 6-day event. No. 5-day event. I'm sorry. They barely got all or half of round one in on Friday or on Thursday. They got most of round one completed on Friday. They got round 2, 1, 2, and most of 3 completed on Saturday. Round 3 and 4 started on Sunday and finished on Monday. Cameron Smith won a marathon
I say
down
that
at
sounds like
TPC Sawgrass.
sounds like that was nuts.
Yeah, lots of rain and darkness in Ponte
And
Vedra de
still,
Forlita.
and you said he shot what, 13 under?
13 under.
Definitely not bad.
That is my champ of the week.
Man, I gotta think about it. I know who my champ of the week is. I gotta think about my champ of the week. There's a few candidates. There's a few out there. My
champ's
champ of the
pretty
week.
easy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think I know who my champ is. I do. Champ of the week though, is an interesting one. For anyone who doesn't really follow professional wrestling a lot, there's a good chance that you've probably heard this guy's name, either his real name or a ring name that he went under for a while, and that is Scott Hall, or otherwise known as Razor Ramon in his first run with WWE.
Yep.
He passed away Monday. He had I think I had read that it was some sort of accident that required hip surgery, and then he had hip surgery and had like a blood clot in his leg or something. Then he had like 3 heart attacks. He was on life support on Sunday night, and early Monday morning. I mean, this all happened so quick. Like, just you got to feel so bad for his family, because like as much as this guy went through, like he dealt with substance abuse issues all throughout his career basically, and he beat those. He was living a sober life. He was way better than he used to be, and then this happens just kind of out of nowhere. His good buddy Kevin Nash, of course, they had their run in WCW together, forming one of the biggest factions in all of wrestling history, the NWO. Posted on Monday morning that he was going to be taken off life support when his family was gathered around him, and it's just a really sad time. So, just champ of the week to the biggest or the best wrestler and one of the best guys to never win the world title, WWE, WCW, anything. Unbelievably, never won a world title. It sounds insane. Like, dude's one of the best ever. But I think that was just kind of the guy that Scott Hall was. He was just so intent on putting other people over. And he had his Intercontinental Championship runs, but he I mean, guys like Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, like are all guys that Scott Hall looked at and were like, "But I don't need to beat this guy. People are incredible." So champ of the week and champ for eternity, I guess we could call it that. To Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, whatever you want to call him. Definitely will be missed for sure.
Yeah, that's hard to follow up. I'm glad I did my champ first.
Yeah, it was just so unexpected. Like,
Yeah.
of all the things that could have ever knocked Scott Hall down, like something like just so sudden and crazy as that, this feels insane. So
Yeah. And on to chump of the week.
Yeah, no. Let's move on.
Mine's actually pretty easy. That's Haas F1.
Oh boy.
Like, and this was like one of those things that I had to like really think about. Do I really want to put them in? Because they did the smart thing and just completely distancing themselves from Earl Cali and Nikita Mazepin.
Yeah.
That was the
right
thing to do.
They did not. I mean, it's not like they had much of a choice.
No.
I mean, with all like Russian accounts like frozen, you know, I mean, Chelsea's going through kind of the same thing right now.
Yeah, they are.
with their owner. So I mean, they really didn't have much of a choice. And I've seen some people say that, oh well, they axed Mazepin because he's Russian. No, they axed him because his sponsor is Russian, with ties to Vladimir Putin. Their accounts are frozen. They can't sponsor a car. That sponsor was the only reason Mazepin was there in the first place.
Yeah.
So, jump of the week for that? No.
No,
Jump
that's
of the week
not
for
why
something
they're...
else? Definitely. No, I know.
They... And I will say, I wish, just as a complete aside, I wish that Mazepin lost his seat solely off the fact that he is a fucking terrible driver.
Terrible driver. By all accounts, terrible person.
Yeah, that too.
But I mean, he's a terrible driver.
A terrible, terrible driver, and just why? Why? I mean, yeah. Why? I mean, I know why he got the nod, but I do wish that's not how he lost his seat. But
yeah,
he
you don't
doesn't have
want
a
it
seat
to
right
be.
now.
You don't want it to be like that, but at the same time, like, it makes total sense from a Haas standpoint. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, they gotta get money in there somehow. And if all these Russian accounts are frozen and they can't pay the bills, I mean, that's what do you expect Haas to do in that scenario?
Yeah. And here's where Haas gets the chump of the week. To replace Nikita Mazepin, they bring in Kevin Magnussen. And some people could sit and look at me, oh, you're just biased because you want someone different in, which is very true.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted Pietro Fittipaldi. I think the same person you probably wanted.
I wanted Pietro Fittipaldi, and you look at a guy who, Pietro Fittipaldi, young, he's had success elsewhere. He had, most recent success was the Formula V8 series.
Oh, and you even look at, now the reports could have been wrong, but it was said that Pietro was the first person that they were going to call, and that he already had funding figured out. Like, I don't know what happened to that. If those reports were even true, I guess.
Yeah, you do have those reports. Yep.
Because I feel like Pietro probably would have been, I feel like their first choice. K-Mag, Haas knows what K-Mag is. He was there for however long, and the Haas car, at least so we thought. They were fast as fuck in testing. But, you saw what K-Mag did for however many years at Haas. I really would have liked somebody else to get another nod there.
Yeah, and that's like, you have a young man who has been Pietro's been with the team in some capacity for the past 2 years, and
he's a test or relief driver, ain't he?
Yep. You bring in Kevin Magnussen, who was not really good, on a multi-year deal, meaning that Haas is expecting this to be.
That's what confuses me about it, because if you want to bring K-Mag in,
1 year.
Yeah, if you want to bring K Mag in as like a stopgap until you get to Pietro, if you don't feel he's ready, then fine. But the multi-year deal does confuse me quite a bit.
For a guy who was not very good for you, I mean, you look at he was with Haas from 2017 to 2020. And
basically, like, I might be wrong on this, but if either year 2 or 3 of Haas even existing,
yes, that sounds right.
Because they had Gutierrez there for a little while. And was Grosjean original? Like, was he there from the formation of Haas? I don't remember.
I can't remember. Let's see.
And I mean, I guess I don't hate on K-Mag too much because of the results that he didn't get, because the Haas cars really weren't all
good.
that good. But they're at least until testing, and I mean it's testing. I mean, Mercedes showed up slow in testing again, and they'll be fine, as they always are. They sandbag in testing. We all know they do it. But Haas was extremely quick with this new car.
Yeah.
Which was very shocking.
But that brings me to my point of, yeah, it is testing. They had better options. I think 100%. I think Pietro Fittipaldi was a better option if you're going long term. If you're going just try and get a stopgap, Nico Hulkenberg's not a bad option. But you bring back K-Mag, who I don't have any issues with. You just bring him back.
I still don't think much about K-Mag. Yeah. I really don't.
You bring Kevin Magnussen back under we want to be competitive. Let's be honest. This Haas car is going to be competing for 17th.
I don't know if it's that bad. I mean, just based off the testing, but yeah, it's curious for sure.
If that's what your reasoning is,
I have to believe that it has something to do with some sort of funding, which was apparently there. But what is Kevin Magnussen bringing in anything? I don't know.
I don't know.
The fact that a Fittipaldi could potentially struggle with finding a sponsor is just absolutely wild.
Yeah,
to me.
Just the thought, like, you could just.
And I mean,
you could just walk outside. Hey, I'm a Fittipaldi boy. I'm gonna go drive, and
that's not,
sponsor's gonna throw money at you.
And that's not even like a knock on Pietro. Like, you know, we know he's good. He's been quick in whatever he's driven. But it confused me. It really did.
I just I'm sure somebody in Pietro Fittipaldi who could be a long-term much better pick, and you bring in Kevin Magnussen on a multi-year deal. Haas, you guys are my chump of the week.
I mean, I guess the lucky thing for Pietro is that he is still relatively young. He's only 25.
Yeah.
So this multi-year deal runs out. Maybe they're just putting K-Mag in the car until they get shit figured out. I don't know. I
have a better resolution to how Haas and Magnussen left, because they did not leave on good terms, which is another reason why this was kind of just like, oh.
No, I mean, yeah, Haas just they turned quickly. I mean, obviously the K-Mag stuff happened, and then Grosjean with his accident. So, like, and then all of a sudden we got Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin, and they're at the back of the grid.
Yeah. So Haas, yeah, you guys make my chump of the week just because, like, really, Kevin Magnussen. Like,
can we bring up about how Total Wolf apparently thinks he runs F1? Well, we know that.
Yeah.
All these, it's not even just Toto. All these team directors like have had the ear of Michael Massey for however long, and now that Michael Massey's gone, and they're changing the way that directors can change can contact the actual race director. Now that that's changing, it's these team directors are not going to like that whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Because I mean, you look at the finale of last year, and I mean, it's all in race politics, and it just sucks. Like Christian Horner got the ear of Michael Massey first, said, "Okay, I'll do what you want." Okay. Oh goodness.
Who is your chump of the week so we can get out of here? Because we both know what our one for the road's going to be.
Well, yeah, I sort of have like a 1A and 1B, I guess, but the primary one is obvious, but not for chump of the week. My chump of the week is Calvin Ridley, not necessarily for what he did. Yes, betting on games is wrong. It's against the rules. You shouldn't do it. You know that. Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
But my chump of the week is Calvin Ridley, more so because of what he said after the suspension. Like, I bet $1,500. I don't have a gambling problem. Like, bro, that's not the point.
That is by far not the point.
Like, I don't care how much you bet. And what are you even betting $1,500 for? Like, what are you? You're making millions, and he gambled $1,500. He lost however much he was getting paid this year.
Yeah.
Now he ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I won't go into too much depth on that. It's just like, dude, what are you doing? And then what are you doing trying to like defend it? Like, yes, you fucked up. Again, if Charlie Kirk, or not Charlie Kirk, that's the wrong guy. Nick Adams is saying that you didn't do anything wrong. You did something wrong. You can say what you want about the punishment. That's not the point. But the fact is, you broke an NFL rule, and a pretty big one. Regardless of how much it was, regardless of whether you have a gambling problem, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you did it. You're away from the team. Okay, whatever. It's still against the rules. Like, come on, you should know that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the punishment, to me, is severe. The scaling of punishments in the NFL is very, very wrong. But Calvin Ridley, for what he said in the aftermath, is my chump of the week. Not my champ. No.
Okay, one for the road. I actually do have one A, B, C, so I essentially have three.
Okay.
I know we don't usually do three for the road, but we both are. I'm assuming we're both going to go with March Madness, days 1 and 2.
Obviously. Yeah,
just days 1 and 2, just the first weekend.
The first weekend, I mean, you can watch college basketball from noon until 10 p.m.
Midnight.
I mean, it's, probably later. Like, it's crazy.
Of basketball for 4 days.
If you're just, like, in general, a sports fan, like, you're not just a fan of one sport, like, say you're a baseball fan. No, like, if you're a fan of, like, all sports, like, this is one of the best days of the year. Like, the first weekend of the tourney, especially that Thursday, Friday, is just so good. And, I mean, it's just magical.
Yeah.
We'll see some wild shit. Our brackets will be busted by the end of Thursday. It'll be bittersweet, but phenomenal.
Yeah. My second one, happening March 20th at 11 a.m. Holy shit, that's a normal time. Supposedly 11 a.m. F1 is back. The Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. It's back. That's it.
How in the world's that at a normal time? Are they running that in the daytime?
I know. That's why I'm still confused at 11. I mean, 11 a.m.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna complain about it.
No, I mean
Because-
all those people that push for noon starts for NASCAR races for whatever reason are probably thrilled with that one.
Let's see, because you have in October the Japanese Grand Prix is gonna be at 1 a.m.
Oh fuck that!
in October.
Guess I'm staying up late to watch the race.
The Australian Grand Prix on the 10th of April is at 1 a.m. No, I don't know how that's at a normal time at 11 a.m. for.
No, I don't either. I also forgot what could be a chump of the week, and it is Formula One, or whoever is the race promoter for the Miami Grand Prix. Have you seen the cost of, first off, a Friday ticket, which I believe gets you practice?
Yep, gets you free practice 1 and 2.
So have you seen this? Have you seen the cost of this yet?
No.
Ticket guess as to what a Friday ticket costs.
$400.
Wow, you're actually like spot on, like on the nose.
Am I really?
$400 for a ticket to free practice
On Friday.
A 3-day pass. Guess what that one is?
Let's see. 400 Friday. I would have to say because free practice 3 and qualifying are on Saturday, that'd be like 500. The race, I'm saying it's got to be like close to $1,500 for all 3 days.
Wish you were right.
More?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And this is minimum, by the way. This is the base. Not 1. Not 2. But $3,000 for a 3-day weekend pass that gets you access to all practice, qualifying, and the race.
Right. Yikes.
I can go to MIS for $50. A weekend pass that would probably get me the truck race, the Xfinity race, Cup race, everything. Less than $1,000.
Oof. Yeah.
Fuck, they're camping in there. I bet it's less than $1,000. When did Disney get in charge of F1 ticket pricing? Yeah, no kidding.
And my final one for the road, this is the third. The Valspar Championship, we're ending the Florida swing on the PGA Tour. We are only a few weeks away from the Masters.
Hallelujah.
Valspar Championship's always one of those fun ones over at Innsbruck Resort in Palm Harbor.
Makes me want to fire up PGA Tour 2K whatever and actually play that because that's in there.
Yep, it is. Defending champ Sam Burns. Hopefully, we have some better weather this weekend than what we did this past week over at Sawgrass up in Ponte Vedra. Those are my 1 to 3 for the road.
Be hard to get much worse.
It could. In Florida, trust me.
Hey, it's not hurricane season yet.
Couple months from that. Couple months still.
Right. My other one for the road, I guess we have a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 for the road today. Is gonna be, I wouldn't usually throw this in here because, actually I would. In years past, I feel like I would have thrown NASCAR at Atlanta Motor Speedway in there because that track, up until this season, was so beat up, worn out, bumpy as all hell, and just overall fun. Drivers loved that track. It was a good time. Well, it got repaved in the offseason, and there are a bunch of unknowns as to what this race is going to look like. it will basically be like a super speedway race on a mile and a half is what they're aiming for, especially with the package that they have on these cars for this weekend. It's going to be really insane, and I don't really know what to expect. Like, I everything we knew about Atlanta probably gone. Like, if we're actually seeing pack racing at a mile and a half, like Daytona or Talladega, oh my, that could get real fucking messy. Which I guess is one reason it can be in one for the road, because it'll be fucking carnage. But these next gen cars have been very good. Thus far.
Over there.
What now?
I don't have a. I was trying to push my self up into my chair on my chair arm, but I don't have a chair arm on the left side of my fucking chair.
I mean, my chair arms are relatively loose at the moment. Deegan is a bust. I'm not ready to do that yet.
Just completely
after this season, we can talk about it. But I mean, you think about what I'm getting off track here, but this is something I am very passionate about. Okay. After this season, we can talk about Hailie Deegan being a bust. The fact that last year you don't get practice, you don't get qualifying, and the fact that she gets caught up in a lot of see the chair arm being thrown on the floor. Oh God.
Chair sucks.
No, she didn't get practice. She gets caught up in a whole bunch of wrecks that she didn't even cause. After this season, we can have a talk about Hailie Deegan being a bust. I'm not ready to pull that trigger yet. But anyway, Atlanta, nobody knows what's going to be expected. DM me for Hailie Deegan nudes for $80. I mean, I did. What was it? Do you remember the game where, for whatever godforsaken reason, she was your mentor in career mode? Was that? I think it was NASCAR Heat 3.
That sounds right.
And I did on stream call Hailie Deegan Bay. I did do that quite often. Every time she popped up. But no. Damn me for Hailie Deegan dudes. God damn it. Anyway, on topic. Let me wrap this up so we can get out of here. Honestly, this show didn't go too long. 2.5 hours, not bad. Yeah. She was not 17. I made sure she was freshly 18.
In other news,
that was something I looked up. But anyway, Atlanta. Gotta be nonsense. Gotta be stupid. I don't know what kind of racing to expect. If it's really gonna be packed. Oh, she recorded the video. Okay, fair enough. Well, then I'm fucking weird.
In other news, Zach Greinke's gonna be returning to Kansas City to pitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see that here.
Are you gonna wrap one for the road up or?
I already did.
Oh.
1 year, $13 million, pending physical. Yeah. We did have some other breaking news. Some NFL stuff. Let me find it. Chandler Jones signing a $51 million deal to go to the Raiders. The New York Rangers acquired Frankie Vetrano from the Florida Panthers in exchange for a 2022 fourth. And I think that's it. I do believe that's it.
Alrighty.
There was a pitch from Darius Butler, literally like just before we went live, for Chandler Jones to join the Colts. That did not happen. That pitch seems a little bit late. Sounds like he was signing that contract right about when that happened. He signed that deal an hour later. Speaking of hockey, what?
Not what I wanted to show. But does Ash is going to bother me if I don't. Nope, wrong.
What we got? There's a delay, so it's going to take a second before I can see it, before you throw it up here.
Nope, not window capture.
We have a hockey funny.
Well, eventually I need to make sure my brain works. I'm not used to
it's a tough thing.
Yeah, I'm not used to regular OBS. Let's see, where am I?
Like,
Capture.
wait.
Here we go.
Not like OBS Classic, right? You ain't using that shit.
I OBS Studio.
Okay, OBS Studio's fair. All right. What do we got? What's going on here?
Regular NHL goalie. Normal size.
Okay.
Ash's created goalie is a midget.
Looks like Peter Mrazek. Like that's honestly that's the height of Peter Mrazek. I swear. Like if that height is authentic, like go and Google like Peter Mrazek's height. I feel like that's the same damn thing.
5'6", 100. Oh Jesus.
I'm curious now. I have to know. Peter Mrazek. That name is so hard to fucking
I
spell.
guess I can't really call anyone a midget considering it's 6'2". I am taller than just about everybody. 98% of the population.
Okay, so he is 6'1", but he has a very low goalie stance. And his head is always about, like, the top of his head is always about, like, crossbar level. So that's why I thought that.
Well, that's the show today.
I mean, hey, that's a total of 7 inches. That ain't from someone that's not an NHL goalie to someone that is in Peter Mrazek.
Yeah.
Not a big difference in height, especially when you look at somebody like Ben Bishop.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I think you'd make it as an NHL goalie at 5'6". Probably not.
I mean, hey, Drew Brees and Russell Wilson have made it as short quarterbacks, so hey, anything's possible.
Yeah. So with that being said, that is the show. This is the shortest March Madness preview we've had, probably because we didn't do any news or anything else.
Yeah, we didn't do. We've always done news in the past, but we will have a news catch-up episode next week. Lot to get to. Tom Brady. Some big not NHL deals. Well, actually, the NHL trade deadline's coming up.
Say, isn't it next week?
It might even be. I feel like if it's not today, is it? Isn't it usually on a Wednesday? If it would have been today, it would have been already past. NHL
Monday, March 21st.
Okay. More breaking news. Wow, this is actually a bit of a shock. Titans to cut 7-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Julio Jones after just 1 year with the team. Russell Wilson was introduced as the Denver quarterback.
It's all stuff we'll talk about next week.
We have to get to. Goodness gracious. This is a quote apparently from the Browns, according to ESPN. They want an adult at quarterback as a shot at Baker Mayfield.
Again, all stuff we'll get to next week. If we keep going this too much longer, I'm actually going to have to do real editing.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be much more news regarding the Baker stuff within the next week. No. I really doubt that. I think that's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That Baker stuff is weird. Kind of came out of nowhere.
So, with that being said, until next week, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending your afternoon with us, making us part of your day, wherever you may be listening and or watching from, however you may be listening and or watching. Peace out. Stay classy. Jordan, do you have any final thoughts?
We got to get the fuck Dan Snyder in there.
Yep, there it is. I'm doing the outro a little quick because yeah. Even though I have like 25 minutes before I actually have to, do editing to make this one fit into audio format.
Last thing I got is just rest in peace, Scott Hall. I know I already said it, but absolute wrestling legend. So sucks that his life came to an end so short, but like so quickly. But that's what I got.
Alrighty. Until next time, peace out. Stay classy. See ya.
And